I was walking through the Citadel until I spotted these guys. Because all I was doing is to collect some research before I get to fight monsters in the Citadel. I gotta admit, I guess these Rakna-kadakis are so cute. What I talk about. Hey! Are you supposed to be subspecies? You're supposed to be subspecies. Subspecies. What? Subspecies. Did you say subspecies? No, subspecies. Oh. Okay, today's topic is about subspecies. Subspecies. These monsters, colorful monsters. But there's actually one problem though. Some of these monsters aren't subspecies. Like Black Diablos that are supposed to be a female in heat. Red Kezu is supposed to be the original species, and Kezu itself is supposed to be a subspecies because of the mutation. And Black Gravios is supposed to be like under the volcanic ashes, and that's why it turned black. But our suspicions comes with our Pyre Rakna-kadaki, a new subspecies introduced in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. But this raises the question, is it a subspecies or just a variation that called it a subspecies? Well, we can find that out. Because if you, by comparing it and what we can think of it. So, let's introduce, like, Pyre Rakna-kadaki is a subspecies of the Rakna-kadaki that is classified as a Terracon, if I said that properly. Terracons are actually a group of monsters that represents as giant spiders. But there's one problem. Spiders are supposed to have like 4 legs each, make it 8. But Nerscylla and Rakna-kadaki had 6, which should make them more of a Neanderthal than a Terracon. But that's not what we're going for. We're going for the Pyre Rakna-kadaki. And why we are trying to find out if it's just a... Let's take a look at definition of subspecies, shall we say. And I'm actually gonna type this while recording my voice, watching my video from a live stream. Shout out to that. So I'm sorry if I had to like do that, but we're gonna do a live research. Damn it! Give me 1 second, please. Aha! Subspecies. A taxonomic category that rank below species, usually a fairly geographically isolated race. Subspecies are distincted by a Latin terminal in zoology, the premises. Okay, yeah, so it means that they're below the rank, but fairly permitted from geographically that. But when people think of subspecies, they think of like colors, which yeah, can't argue with that. But you guys take an example of Terra Shogun Senator and Plum Daimo Hamator. They have different colors, but the real reason why they have different colors is because of their different diadines. You can consider that a subspecies due to the colors, but it's considered to be a variation of what happened. into its to its butt. Okay, I don't know how to say this, but now let's get into the topic of Rakna-kadaki. Rakna-kadaki. So if you can compare the normal Rakna-kadaki and the Pyre Rakna-kadaki, you can notice. You can say that it's darker than the normal one, which is true. But like I said, it could be a variation, and that's the purpose of this video. We're actually gonna find the variation of it. So let's look at the features. They basically have both webs. That is true. They have little tiny babies. That's true. But we can figure out what. But there's one thing they had. Normal Rakna-kadaki has fire and webbing, but with Pyre Rakna-kadaki, it has blast blight. With that, so blast blight is actually a type of elo, or I don't know how to say it, ailment, or ailment. Yeah, ailment is a type of ailment that can actually cause explosives. Yes, actually, it's associated with fire, but we're still not sure if it's like associated with like by it or just by itself. Let's just say. So, Rakna-kadaki can be found in both the lava caverns and the sandy plains, as Pyre Rakna-kadaki can be found in the lava caverns and the citadel. So, what this has to do with that? Well, you can say this because in Monster World, or take something from Monster World, for example, we have Pink Rathian. Pink Rathian is location is in like both the Wild Spire Waste and the Coral Highlands, while the Rathian at the other side is in the Ancient Forest in the Wild Spire Waste. That could be because normally the subspecies don't necessarily need to be in the same area as the normal species. But we need to figure out if this is a real subspecies or just a variation. And yeah, it's very hard. So, assuming that this is actually that this monster is in the lava caverns, theorizing that saying that due to how much it lives in the lava caverns near the lava areas, could make it that dark skin. Well, that could be the same argument for black gravios. But we still haven't known. Let's point out some things like the spikes and the on its back and legs. You can see the Rakna-kadaki's spikes are a little different than Pyre Rakna-kadaki. We could say that because the Rakna-kadaki spikes are red, we can just theorize that it it could be the spikes have a variation to make it glow. It can be a fair point just to say, but still, we're not sure. And the thing is, how did they get the add-on of the blast blight? You might say. Well, blast blight is a extremely dangerous element, like I said earlier, that can cause explosives if you are not treated right, or you left it too long. But we can see that this needs to have like gunpowder to create the explosive, or something, or some chemicals. Well, gunpowder is basically like sandy rocks that can be flammable. So we could say that this is that it can get it from the sandy rocks that can cause explosives. But now we need to focus on the main one, the little ones, the Pyre Rakna-kadaki. The Pyre Rakna-kadakis are actually like the small subspecies for the Pyre Rakna-kadaki. Yeah, I can say that. Although not much has changed from them besides the different effects. We could say this one doesn't, because they don't breathe fire. Instead, they just like burst out powder dust, which can actually give you blast blight. So you can say that these little creatures can be in the lava for sometimes, or getting exposed to gunpowder, and instead of using, they probably might have fire, but they just like burst out the explosives. Oh, ouch! My phone. So I'm gonna do another live search on that for the for the little subspecies of the Pyre Rakna-kadaki. So so basically sorry guys, hold on a second. The Citadel, there they are. So yeah, my calculations are correct. They only blast blight blast, and not fire. Although they can use like fire and then just like explode some gunpowder just so you can like, so they can like send you the blast blight so you can explode. So I can say this in conclusion that this could be a and this is a hypothesis. This could be a variation of the original species and call this a subspecies. But I can let you decide if it's just a subspecies or a variation and call it a subspecies. Just comment down what you think it is. Alright. This is Velociraptor, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.